The Los Angeles Chargers versus the Denver Broncos, NFC West matchup. Interesting matchup. I mean, the Chargers were supposed to be a defensive team. Justin Herbert comes out, and now they're an offensive team. Denver, their defense is always a little bit underrated, but, their offense is churning out some points too. So, interesting matchup. I think one that can be lost in the shuffle with some of the other matchups we have this week. But let me hit you with the projections here. Justin Herbert's a start. Joshua Kelly's a start. Justin Jackson pissed me off yesterday, so he's in my doghouse. He's a sit for me. Keenan Allen, just based on targets, guys, he's a start. Mike Williams, I'm not sure if he can play or not. I don't know what the injury status is at this point, but if he plays, he's a start. If not, you can look at, is it Guyton? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yes.
It's Guyton. Not Guiton, it's Guyton. They always, screw it up on that. Denver Broncos, I'm sitting basically Drew Lock. I'm sitting him. I like Gordon a little bit more. Again, assuming he's good to go. Is he good to go, David? I didn't even pay attention to whether he was playing yesterday. I saw Lindsey in there quite a bit, but yeah, I guess you play him. I still think Phillip Lindsay's the better running back there, but
Lindsey did get banged up though. I'm not sure how many games he's gonna miss.
Jeez, again, okay, so that makes Gordon a definite kind of start for me. Let's see here, receiver Tim Patrick's your guy to start, and I like Fant as well. Why don't you take it away, David?
Well, you said Lev Bell against the Jets in the revenge game. Melvin Gordon against the Chargers in a revenge game. That's 2 running back revenge. We had some great revenge narratives last week. Right. We had Teddy B against the Saints. We had John Gruden against the Buccaneers, and there was one more quarterback matchup I can't think of off the top of my head. That was a revenge game. So that's pretty fun to see Gordon going against the Chargers and Bell against the Jets. But other than that, I mean, do we care about any Broncos? Because I don't. It used to be Noah Fant was the one I cared about. I mean, in redraft, it's hard to rely on this offense right now. It's good to see Fant 3 for 38 when he came back. But Albert O led this team in receptions, 7 for 60. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean,
and he showed some pretty decent potential 2 weeks ago as well. So yeah, I mean, he's got to be a guy that you keep an eye on for sure.
And he played with Locke at Mizzou. He tore up the combine with, I believe, a 4.50 40. So if they turn into a 2 tight end offense, especially you talk about, look at their wide receivers, 2 of their top 3 wide receivers are rookies right now. So Albert O, keep an eye on him, especially if he continues to outproduce Noah Fant. So that's the one thing I'd keep an eye on. On the other side, the Chargers, oh my goodness, Justin Herbert. I don't even know what to say about the guy. Like, I've been pumping him up for a few weeks, and clearly not even enough. At this point, it's more of a dynasty perspective for Justin Herbert that I'm really starting to think about. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking about him compared to guys like Josh Allen. Like,
I agree.
If you'd rather Herbert, maybe the Josh Allen guy would rather Josh Allen. So you might be able to go flip your Josh Allen for Herbert in a pick.
Yeah.
So it's not to say that Herbert is unattainable. I was talking about this with some of the rookies like T. Higgins and Claypool a couple weeks ago. Just because these guys start to go off, it doesn't mean they're unattainable if you're willing to pay the price. Yeah. So Justin Herbert can still be had. Jalen Guyton, especially dynasty leagues, he might still be out there. He has a 40-plus yard reception or a touchdown in 4 out of his first 6 games to start his career. So this guy has been a big play maven all over the field. I mean, the rest of the Chargers doesn't really take a whole lot to talk about. Keenan Allen, you know what he is, must start. Mike Williams, it's boomer bust territory.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Hunter Henry, he's kind of just like reliable but unsexy.
Yep. Let me get you with the line here. Bovada has the Chargers -2 versus the Broncos. Who do you got?
That's it?
-2.
Give me the Chargers all day.
I agree with you. I'm going to take the Chargers. Respect to Denver's defense. My issue is that the Chargers are scoring a lot of points, and their defense is pretty good too. So I would say I would give the edge the way they're playing right now slightly to Denver's defense, but offensively, I don't think that there's any question that the Chargers offense is more mature at this stage in their development than the Denver Broncos. And I think Herbert right now is better than Drew Lock. I don't see how you could make that argument unless you're a super big Broncos fan. I think you would try to make the argument.
Or a Missouri fan.
Yeah, right, exactly. Next game on the list here.
I don't even know if Broncos fans would argue that.
Yeah,
you probably have to have went to Missouri, had English class with Drew Lock during third block to be making that.
I know.
suggestion.
There's no objective argument to be made there, I don't think. Next game on the list, NFC East, the strong NFC East. We have a matchup here.